So I've always been an active parent since day one, throughout the pregnancy, everything. And I would like to continue to be an active parent through the breakup.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Reed?
Your Honor, my client can't come and go to work as she pleases. She is at risk of losing her job if this continues. She can't go in whenever she wants and leave whenever she wants. She needs to be able to have a consistent schedule for this child so she can arrange for appropriate child care.
Welcome back to Family Court Drama. In today's episode, we're diving into a heated custody battle. The mother has filed a motion seeking full custody of the couple's 7-month-old child. She claims the father refuses to communicate with her about the child's care and is consistently late during custody exchanges, causing her to be late for work. Additionally, she raises concerns about his ability to care for the baby, pointing to his late-night work schedule and fears he might fall asleep while watching the child. The father strongly denies these allegations, stating that he has been the primary caregiver since the mother returned to work. He insists his work schedule does not interfere with his parenting and that he rests when his daughter does. He also refutes the claim that he is to blame for her being late to work. How will the judge rule in this dispute? Let's find out.
Court will note the appearance of Ms. Reed on behalf of the defendant. This matter is before the court on the defendant's motion for temporary custody, parenting time, and support. Ms. Reed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to primarily rely on my motion. The parties share one minor child who's 7 months old. The plaintiff has been refusing to communicate on a very basic level regarding this minor child, which has caused my client to have to leave work early. He refuses to arrange appropriate times to exchange the child when he does exercise parenting time during the week. And then when he doesn't appear, he intends to berate my client if she's not there hours later to exchange the child. My client does have concerns regarding the minor child in his care during the week as he works thirds and he's either sleeping during the day or not sleeping and caring for the minor child instead. She works first shifts. The only time he's been real consistent in exercising his parenting time is he has been doing overnights on alternating weekends. And so she's asking for sole legal custody, sole physical custody, and for the plaintiff to have alternating weekends with a midweek visit and child support pursuant to the formula.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Butler, what's your response?
My response to that is false. I've have our child since Miss Gray went back to work 12 weeks after having a baby. I get the child after work at 7:05 when I was going to her house. So I would go leave work at 7:05, get there about 7:30 and pick up the child. Um Take her home, and then we have our normal routine for the day. I nap when she naps. That's the sacrifice that I chose to do prior to her having a baby. I decided to go on third shift from a first shift in order so we can have a bond with our kid. Um, as far as the me falling asleep or being too tired while our daughter is in our so my care is false. Um, like I said, I nap when she naps. And I am okay with that because I can lay down later in the day, you know. So as far as making her miss work or making her late for work or leave work early, that's also false. I get there, like I said, around 7:30, depending on traffic. Um, and when I do get to her house, the baby is never ready to go. She's always in the bed asleep. Um, and then Miss Gray is still getting around to get to work. So her leaving early for work, she at our job, we work at the same place. So at her job, they are okay with salary workers to, let's say they get in 7:30 a.m. They can leave at you know what I'm saying 8 hours later. So she's not coming to work you know late or on time and then leaving early to get in trouble for that. She's not doing that. She's working her 8 hours and coming to pick up the child afterwards. Then also my son, through my marriage, um, I had started playing basketball. So his games are at 4 o'clock, and practice starts at 4:20.
Okay,
So
sir, is that a child by another relationship?
yes, sir.
The court will not consider anything as it relates to that child that would
Okay,
impact this. So
okay,
what
okay,
happens if that's the case, and it's unfortunate, you'll have to work that out yourself.
okay. I understood. Um, did I miss any points?
You tell me, sir, if there's anything else you'd like to say.
Uh, yeah. As far as me being inconsistent, I've had our daughter after work since I had initiated the whole case, where she eventually um allowed me to see our daughter again from keeping her from me. Um, so I've had her since then, seven, no, after work till the time she gets out of work, because I'm okay with just being able to see my daughter, see our daughter. Yes, I would like more time, equal time with our daughter. Um, but I'm just okay with how everything is right now. I'm just cool. I'm not trying to start no arguments or anything like that, so I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Um, um, prior to that, when she was on maternity leave, um, we we also watched our daughter together. It was never like I was not never over there at all. I actually left work and I would go over there and watch our kid with her. Um, so I've always been an active parent since day one, throughout the pregnancy, everything. And I would like to continue to be an active parent through the breakup.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Ms. Reed?
Your Honor, my client can't come and go to work as she pleases. She is at risk of losing her job if this continues. She can't go in whenever she wants and leave whenever she wants. She needs to be able to have a consistent schedule for this child so she can arrange for appropriate child care. She has been the primary care provider for this child since the child was born, all through maternity leave and afterwards. She has the vast majority of overnights with the child, and like I said, the only time he is really consistent with exercising any overnights is on alternating weekends.
Okay. Well, what the court's gonna, I'll ask Mr. Butler, what's the time? You're saying that you get out of work so you could pick up the child by
Yeah.
7:30,
So
correct?
yes, sir. So she actually asked her job to change her schedule from 7 to 3 to 8 to 4, in order for me to have enough time to get to her house to pick up our baby. So she's working from 8 to 4, um, and even now, since we had an incident where she accused me of making her late for work, which I never did. Um, I suggested that she drop the baby off at work to me, and she can go to work from there, because that way she can never be late. Correct. So she still shows up to work late. I remember just recently her coming to work around 8:10 in the morning, which is late, and um I'm not jeopardizing her job at all. If
Uh,
anything, it's the other way around.
Okay. Well, what the court's gonna do is, sounds like the parties did have for a period of time and for some time, we're working where the child would be with the defendant, other than the time during her work, which may, whether it's 7 to 3 or 8 to 4, where the child would be with the plaintiff. What the court's going to do is award the parties joint legal and joint physical custody. Parenting time will be with the plaintiff from 7:30 a.m. until the defendant would pick up the child from him within 1 hour after the end of her work. And then the parties would alternate weekends and alternate holidays as well. And then support would be consistent with that parenting time arrangement. Ms. Reed, you
Sure.
can prepare that order and submit under 7 day.
Who starts the rotation since we have Christmas coming up?
Excuse me?
Who starts the rotation for holidays as Christmas is coming up?
Who had Thanksgiving?
The mother.
Okay, well then defendant or plaintiff would get Christmas Eve and we'd alternate from there on.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. You can prepare that and submit under a 7-day order. Ms.
All right,
Reed.
sir.
Excuse me?
I have like one question.
Go ahead.
I had volunteered myself to come to third just for the on calendar year. So I will be going back in January 2025. So for the time being, through I guess up until that point, are we going to continue to do what we're doing now, or
Well, I just ruled what you're going to do now.
yes?
If your schedules change, you'll have to come back and file a motion if you can't get an agreement.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What an interesting case. The judge ruled that both parents will share joint custody and established a detailed parenting schedule to ensure a balanced arrangement for their child. So what do you think about this case? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.